Hello everyone, welcome to our show, where we will explore the magical world of giant halibut fishing at sea. Today, we will follow the brave fishermen who not only face the harsh challenges of nature but also use modern technology to exploit marine resources in a sustainable way. Let's learn about the journey of catching hundreds of tons of giant halibut with long lines. From the preparation moments to the dramatic harvest at sea. As the sun rises above the horizon, a golden light shines on the modern fishing boats anchored at the harbor. Today, a new journey begins for the brave fishermen. Large boats, equipped with the most advanced technology, wait to set sail, searching for giant halibut in the depths of the ocean. Each fisherman carries with him a desire and hope, not only for a successful day's work but also for great dreams about life. The fishermen prepare their equipment, including long fishing lines, a special tool for catching flounder. The fishing lines are sophisticatedly designed with sharp hooks, evenly spaced to optimize the ability to catch fish. The men and women in the team work together, coordinating smoothly, each person taking on an important role. They know that, to catch hundreds of tons of flounder, team spirit and cooperation are extremely necessary. As the boat leaves the dock, the sound of machinery rings out. The large engines roar, creating a sense of excitement. The sea opens before their eyes. Not only a beautiful scene but also a place with unforeseen challenges. The fishermen confidently step out to sea, with a resilient heart, not afraid to face the waves and wind. Their belief in a successful day of fishing grew stronger. As the boat glided through the waves, the fishermen took the time to check their equipment. They made final preparations to drop the fishing line into the sea. Modern technology had greatly improved their fishing efficiency, but it was their experience and understanding of the sea that determined their success. They observed the weather, the movements of the water, and the signs from the fish schools. These factors would influence their fishing strategy. When they arrived at the fishing spot, the fishermen prepared to drop the fishing line. An air of excitement enveloped everyone. Every step, every movement was performed carefully. When the fishing line was dropped into the sea, all eyes followed it, as if waiting for a miracle to happen. Time passed in silence, with only the sound of the waves and the noise from the boat's engine remaining. The fishermen know that they need to be patient, because catching halibut is not always easy. And then, the magic happens. The signal from the line shows that there are fish. Everyone enthusiastically participates in pulling the line up. The giant halibut begin to appear, one by one, creating a spectacular scene. The excitement is contagious. The joy is expressed on every face. They not only catch fish but also feel connected to nature, to the ocean that they respect. Once the halibut are pulled onto the boat, their work is not over. They need to process and preserve them right on board to keep the product as fresh as possible. The fish tanks are prepared, and the cleaning process is carried out professionally. Everyone has their own job, and coordination between them is indispensable to ensure that no time is wasted. As the sky began to darken, the boat was filled with flounder, and the fishermen's cheerful laughter echoed through the quiet space of the sea. They sat together, sharing stories about life, about past fishing trips, and even their dreams for the future. Friendship, solidarity, and love for their profession are what bind them together. Creating a strong community in the middle of the vast ocean. On the way back to the harbor, watching the sunset, the fishermen not only brought with them nets full of fish, but also pride in their profession. They knew that each the fishermen go to sea not only to seek economic benefits, but also to connect with the sea, with nature, and with each other. That is the true value they seek in each trip. When the ship arrives at the port, the women and children at the port stand waiting. Their eyes full of anticipation. They know that the giant flounder that the fishermen bring back is not only a source of food but also a source of life for their families. Each fish carries a story, an effort, and a hope. The life of fishermen is never easy, but it is those difficulties and challenges that make them stronger. They are the protectors of marine resources, the lovers of the ocean, and the ones who inspire future generations. Their journey is not only about fish, but also about life, about love and resilience. The challenges fishermen face, such as extreme weather, shortages of fish stocks, and how they overcome these difficulties. When it comes to fishing, it is impossible not to mention the strong transformation of technology. Modern fishing boats are equipped with advanced equipment, from GPS satellite positioning systems to sonar sensors that help fishermen pinpoint the exact location of fish schools. This technology not only saves time but also improves fishing efficiency. Sonar scanners, for example, allow fishermen to see the structure on the seabed and detect areas of water that are likely to contain flounder. Using sonar, they can avoid wasting time in areas where there are no fish, while optimizing the amount of time at sea. This is a big step forward from the old days, when fishermen relied entirely on their own experience and senses to find resources. In addition, automation has also changed the way fishermen handle fish on board, with automated fish washing systems and modern fish slicers. The time and effort spent on handling halibut has been significantly reduced. The heavy work has now been made easier by machines, giving fishermen more time to rest and plan their next fishing trip. Challenges in fishing. Despite the benefits of technology, fishing is not without its challenges. The sea is full of unexpected elements that Moving from the giant flounder fishing journey to the large net fishing for flying fish at sea, we will explore another interesting fishing method of Japanese fishermen. This scene not only shows the sophisticated fishing technique but also reflects the culture and tradition of the Japanese people in the fishing industry. When the scene changes, the image appears of modern boats, gliding gently on the blue sea. Japanese fishermen, in uniforms, are preparing for a journey to catch flying fish. This type of fish, with the ability to jump out of the water and fly into the air in beautiful jumps, is one of the famous specialties of the Japanese sea. These boats are not only equipped with powerful engines but also have GPS positioning systems and depth gauges to determine the location of the flying fish. Fishermen use large nets, specially designed to optimize the ability to catch fish during their jumps. The net system can be stretched to block the waves, preventing the fish from escaping. Whenever a school of flying fish is seen, the fishermen quickly put out the net and coordinate their movements to ensure that none escape. This is an art, a combination of technique and agility, requiring a high level of concentration. To catch flying fish, Japanese fishermen use a technique called tawa, in which the net is placed underwater and quickly pulled up when the school of fish appears. They have their own strategies for luring the fish, often using sound and light to attract them closer. When the flying fish jump, the fishermen are ready to raise the net, a decisive moment that everyone looks forward to. Practical experience. At sea, fishermen face challenges not only from the weather but also from environmental changes. They understand that sustainability in fishing is necessary to protect marine resources for future generations. Therefore, many fishermen participate in conservation and sustainable development programs, helping to protect fish species and marine ecosystems. They learn and apply new methods to ensure that each trip can generate profits without harming the environment. Their journey is not simply about catching fish but also about the responsibility of preserving life in the sea. Food culture. Japanese culinary culture especially honors the freshness of seafood. Flying fish, when processed, becomes an attractive and nutritious dish. Flying fish sashimi, with its white, soft meat and natural sweetness, is often served on special occasions. This dish is not just a dish but also a part of culinary art, showing the sophistication and ingenuity of the cook. In addition to sashimi, flying fish can also be processed into many different dishes such as grilled, steamed, or processed into soup. The diverse flavors of flying fish make it a favorite ingredient in many traditional and modern dishes. Fishermen are always proud to know that their products not only bring economic benefits but also contribute to the rich culinary culture of the country. Connect with the community. The fishing community often organizes seafood festivals, where they share the fruits of their labor. This is not only an occasion to promote the products but also an opportunity for people to meet, exchange and learn from each other. These festivals often include activities such as fishing demonstrations, cooking, and even sports competitions related to fishing. Every year, during the big harvest season, fishermen hold large events where they sell fresh seafood and share stories about the sea. These activities not only attract tourists but also create opportunities for local communities to develop and strengthen ties between members. The importance of sustainability. For Japanese fishermen, sustainability is not just a keyword, but also a philosophy of life. They understand that fishing depends on the health of the ocean. By implementing sustainable fishing methods and participating in environmental protection programs, they contribute to maintaining resources for future generations. Every time they set sail, fishermen not only carry with them the hope of a successful trip but also the responsibility to protect the sea. Lessons from the sea, from respect for nature to the need for conservation, have shaped the spirit of fishermen in Japan. Looking forward, the fishing industry in Japan is facing many challenges, from declining seafood resources to climate change. However, with dedicated and responsible fishermen, the industry continues to develop and adapt. They are constantly learning, innovating technology and working methods to ensure that the sea will always be a source of life for future generations. The Japanese fishing industry is not only a part of the economy but also a symbol of culture, history and community spirit. Today's modern fishermen, with a combination of tradition and technology, continue to write a beautiful story about the sea and fishing. Each trip to sea is not simply about catching fish but also a journey filled with emotions and experiences. Japanese fishermen often start their day very early. Before the sun has risen, they prepare for the trip by checking the boat, checking the equipment and preparing food for the whole day. It is a meticulous process, showing attention to every little detail. Feeling when going out to sea. When the boat leaves the dock, a feeling of excitement fills the mind of every fisherman. They know that the sea can bring joy but can also bring difficult challenges. Every time they go out to sea is a new adventure, with unpredictable things. The water surface is calm, the waves are gentle, or a sudden storm can happen, affecting the fishing trip. The journey to sea is also the time for them to experience the majestic beauty of nature. The waves lapping, the calls of seagulls, and the sunlight reflecting on the water create a vivid picture of nature. This not only brings a sense of peace but also highlights the connection between people and nature. They often confide in each other about the simple things in life, from family, friends to memories from previous fishing trips. Difficulties at sea. However, the journey to sea is not always smooth. The seas can be rough, with sudden storms and large waves threatening the safety of fishermen. It is at times like these that their courage and bravery come to the fore. Japanese fishermen are trained to deal with all sorts of situations, from handling their boats in bad weather to how to The thrill of waiting for the flying fish to jump to the surface is an indispensable part of the fishing experience. The sound of waves lapping against the boat and the laughter of the fishermen create a joyful and exciting atmosphere. Flying fish is not only a job but also a deep connection with nature. Fishermen often spend time admiring the beauty of the ocean, feeling the wind, and observing the behavior of fish. They understand that success in fishing depends not only on technique but also on respect for the surrounding environment. Each time they go out to sea, fishermen not only bring back their catch but also bring back stories about the ocean. They share their experiences and knowledge, thereby creating a united community. Overcoming difficulties together, flying fish is not only a delicious dish but also carries the flavor of the ocean. After each trip, fishermen bring the fish back to process into traditional dishes such as sashimi or grilling, highlighting their fresh flavor. These meals are not just dinner but also a time for families to gather together, share stories and traditions. When the flying fish is prepared, the aroma spreads throughout the space, and the participants often cannot wait to enjoy the dish. Each piece of fish is a part of the effort, love and pride of Japanese fishermen. Catching flying fish with large nets on modern boats of Japanese fishermen is not only a part of fishing but also an art, a profound cultural tradition. With the perfect combination of technology and technique, they not only bring benefits to their families but also contribute to preserving the culture of the sea. This journey, from going out to sea to cozy meals, is a testament to the love of the sea and the connection between people and nature. As an indispensable part of Japanese culture, fishermen are not only those who make a living by fishing but also those who preserve and develop traditional values. Each fisherman has his own story, reflecting his pride and responsibility for his profession, family and fishing. In many families, fishing has been passed down from generation to generation. Older fishermen often tell the younger generation about the challenging trips, unforgettable memories and valuable lessons that the sea brings. They teach their children and grandchildren how to read the waves, feel the weather and assess the movement of fish in the water. In the evenings after returning from the sea, family members often prepare a meal together from fresh fish. This is not just dinner but also an opportunity for generations to sit together, share stories, learn from each other and strengthen family relationships. Each piece of processed fish also carries the flavor of love and care. The worry of not bringing in enough fish to feed the family is also a big pressure. They have to predict factors such as seasons, weather conditions and fish migration. Days without fish can cause anxiety, but that does not stop them from returning to the sea, because their love for fishing and responsibility to their families always urge them to continue. Memorable moments. During the fishing journey, memorable moments often occur. It can be catching a big fish, or witnessing a school of flying fish jumping out of the water. Those moments are not only the result of labor but also satisfaction and pride in the profession. Fishermen often share humorous stories, funny situations during the fishing process, creating a friendly and cheerful atmosphere. Once the fish has been caught on the boat, handling also requires skill. Fishermen have to clean and preserve the fish quickly to ensure quality. They understand that this not only affects the final product but is also part of respecting the resources that the sea provides. Stories about traditional methods of preserving fish are shared, from the use of ice to salting techniques. Connecting with nature. Every trip to sea is an opportunity for fishermen to feel and understand more about the sea. They observe changes in the environment, from the change of currents to the migration of